Russian occupiers. The enemy continues to block and shell humanitarian routes, which makes it impossible to evacuate civilian residents of occupied territories using green corridors agreed upon. The occupational administration has been trying to develop a system of exercising force by creating local departments of Federal Security Service, Russian Guard, and so-called People's Militia. The goal of such activities is fighting Ukrainian resistance and preparing for referendums in temporarily occupied towns and villages. The enemy has been also carrying out information and psychological operations against Ukraine, PSYOPs, in order to create optimal environment. In particular, we see that propagandist media have been engaged to push Kremlin narratives in information space activities of Russia and Ukraine. According to Ukrainian intelligence, the losses of the 126th Brigade, Coast Guard Brigade of Russian Black Sea Fleet can amount to about up to 75%. The 910th Separate Marine Brigade of Black Sea Fleet has lost 158 soldiers, about 500 have been wounded, and 70 people are considered missing. A significant part of Russian servicemen from those brigade has submitted report petition applications whereby they say they don't want to participate in so-called special operation. At the same time, over the last day in Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast, Ukrainian defenders have resisted. The enemy destroyed 10 tanks, 18 armored vehicles, and 8 cars and trucks, 1 artillery system, as well as the enemy's mortar with its crew. At the same time, Ukrainian air forces have downed 7 targets, including 1 airplane, 4 UAVs, and 2 cruise missiles. Total losses of the Russian occupiers in Ukraine from the 24th of February to the 19th of April have been as follows. Personnel, 20,802, armored fighting vehicles 2,063, artillery systems 386, multiple launch rocket systems 132, anti-aircraft air defense systems 67, also 169 airplanes and 150 helicopters, 8 ships and tactical 158 tactical UAVs, and 4 mobile tactical missiles launch systems. That's attention. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. Oleksandr, I'd like to clarify a bit about personnel. Maybe, you said 2,800. I would like to gain for our journalists maybe 20,000. Yeah, of course, 20,000, about 20,800 soldiers and officers of Russian army have been. Thank you, dear colleagues. You can ask your questions, but please use the microphone and introduce yourself if there are any questions.
Larson, the New York Sun. Some journalists have said the Battle of Donbass has begun. Would you agree with this statement, and why or why not?
Yes, we can say so, because we see intensification of offensive actions of the Russian army along the whole east of Ukraine. Thank you. Any more questions?
Thanks. One other question. Can you talk a little bit about how the military challenges in eastern Ukraine are different than the military challenges Ukrainian forces faced in the defense of Kyiv? Thanks.
We are talking about
завдання чиїх сил?
Whose forces, but I repeated your question that it's about challenges faced by Ukraine. Generally, actions of Russian units do not differ that much among different areas. Usually it's about artillery preparations, attempts to attack certain positions, attempts to keep Ukrainians, attempts to surround our units and take control of towns and villages. The Russian Federation is mostly using Soviet textbooks, military textbooks. Thank you. Any more questions? Thank you, Alexander, for joining us, dear friends. Please monitor our announcements. Now we are preparing our schedule for today, so you're welcome to watch it. Stay with us. Thank you.